Get out y'all way. Get out y'all way. I want y'all to look at this board. Now, let me tell you something. This is my 9th week, consecutive week in a row. Let me tell y'all something. When I got 2 colors on the board, I want you to pay attention. Anytime the teacher had 2 colors on the board, you knew it was time to pay attention.
Yeah.
All right? Today I'm going to give you a formula. I got a sister of mine. She's a very good math teacher. Very good math teacher. I told her, I wish she would have taught me math. I would have understood what A plus H meant. But in her skill set, she taught me something. So I wanted to implement that today in the lesson. I wanted to implement that today in the lesson. We're going to use some math, equations, and formulas to understand where we're going. And if you was paying attention these couple of weeks, today I'm going to throw in a mixture of all the lessons that we've been doing these past 9 weeks. So, if you didn't know, and you want to know, today is a good morning.
Good morning. It is.
Even when I stepped outside and went to my car and heard that gunshot, it's still a good morning.
All right.
Even though I had a friend that overdosed and died this week, it's still a good morning. I want to take time out, and I want to get a moment of silence for all those who died because of addiction. A moment of silence, please. Yes, I only knew the young man for about 3 weeks. And the first day I met him, we was in class, and something told me that, you know, that's your brother. It felt like I known that man my whole life. I mean, when I would talk and we would discuss things upon the class, he would look me dead in my eye. Everything that I say, he would soak it up. He would write it down. And I remember the last day that I saw him, he gave me a bottle of cologne, and he gave me a hug. Because I know who I am and the power I possess. I felt his energy, and he was screaming out for help. And he's resting now. You don't have to suffer no more. That's why it's a good morning. So I'm not going to hold on to the stuff that could put you in a bad place. And then when it's time to be the light on the hill, I can't shine. You understand what I'm saying? You know, it's going to be them times, but you got to look at them times. You got to look at that. They ain't got to suffer no more.
That's right.
Yeah. We dead. They alive. Yeah. We got to understand that. We dead. They alive. You know, suffering and pain and going through something you don't want to go through. But as I've been saying for these past 9 weeks, if you know that over there is over there, what is over there? Over there is your shadow. Your shadow. Your shadow is with you all the time. That's your dark side. Your dark side is taking notes of you right now. The light that's shining, your dark side is taking notes. That's why it follows you everywhere. So that's why you form and create what's over there. You form and create what's over there. How do you defeat that? How do you defeat what you created? You got to understand that you created that. You got to understand that you have to face what you created.
Right.
And then if you understand creation, like I've been saying for the past 9 weeks, if you understand creation and stop putting yourself at the bottom and join your rightful position to get the power that you're supposed to have when you was born. You know how they say, you waiting on God to come perform a miracle? And the others say, well, God waiting on you. Well, when you going to wake up and notice that you are? And you'll take away the whole waiting aspect. Because knowing is different. Knowing is confidence. Knowing is power. That's why he say, go and get knowledge. Go and get wisdom. You ever found something out that you didn't know? And there was some good information, and there was some good fact, and there was some good truth in it. How did you feel? You felt empowered. That's the definition. And then, not only that, when you apply it. Oh, the devil ain't mad because you're reading the Bible. That bad energy ain't mad because you're reading the Bible. It's not mad at all. It's when you start applying it.
That's it.
When you start applying it, that's when your shadow comes into an action. That's two people.
Yeah.
Then it say you got to bury your old self. Well, look at your shadow and say it's time for you to go.
Mm.
Because if you keep looking back at your shadow, how you going to drive looking in the rearview mirror? It's a good morning, y'all.
It is.
It's a good morning. That's why today's title is No Weapon. None whatsoever. Nada. Nothing. Repeat after me. Nothing going to stop me.
Nothing going to stop me.
Now, if you said that and you meant that, you know what you just did to yourself? As soon as you walk out them doors, as soon as you get off this phone call, something going to happen to you. But if you know that something going to happen to you, guess what? That's what the scripture says, right? The whole Isaiah 54:17. Right? Read it. Let's read it.
But in that coming day, no weapon turned against you will succeed. You will silence every voice raised up to accuse you. These benefits are enjoyed by the servants of the Lord. Their vindication will come from me. I, the Lord, have spoken.
Now, I like the end part of it. I like the whole verse, but when God talks to you, your creator talk to you, they tell you, hey, look, look, I took care of everything that's going to mess with you today. It's done.
Yeah.
You, everything, everything you about to face today, it's already taken care of. There's somebody in the sky, up there in the sky with you know what I'm saying, puppet string, taking care of some stuff, doing, no. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you coming to your awareness. We're talking about you coming into your spiritual self. That definition is remember. That's what that definition is, remember. I'm just here so you can think. Remember, that means you're going back to your original self, your original creation.
Yeah.
Before this was formed, creation itself was standing over and said, I'm going to create something that's me.
Yeah.
That was you. Let me say that again. Creation sat, and creation said, I'm going to create something that looks like me, that is me. That's you. You should be clapping.
That's it.
You should be shouting. You should be saying you should be saying what you be saying when you're at church and they hit that note, that preacher hit that hymn, that deacon hit that prayer. Whatever you say and however you react, that's what you ought to be doing now. Not because I told you to, not because I'm standing there. It's because you know who you are, and you are taking care of everything that is coming to form against you so it won't prosper. I'm trying to give you the formula.
Okay.
We are tired of the problem. What is talking about the problem going to do?
All right, sir.
How many educated people out there talking about the problem still and ain't did nothing to fix it? I don't want no math teacher showing me a problem that they can't answer. Let me say this again. I don't want no teacher teaching me anything where they don't even know the answer to the question or the problem that they present.
Come on, sir.
You wonder why some folk don't want to go inside the church building. You wonder why some folk don't want to go inside the church building. Because it's some stuff out there. At least they got sense enough to know that they should seek first the kingdom and all righteousness will come to them. They ask for some. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on. At least we don't give them the benefit of the doubt. They looking for knowledge. They looking for wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's be real. That's what they looking for. And they sit up there asking you, and you don't even know. You just keep telling them that they the problem.
Reverend. Reverend.
You keep telling them that they the problem. But they got more understanding than you because they sitting up there asking you and you sitting up there looking at them. Then you became Jesus and started judging them. But all they want is some knowledge and wisdom. We got to get some understanding. Today we're going to get that because that's what he put me here for. See, I know some. I did something a couple of weeks ago. Say, know who I am. Say, look. I know people ain't going to like my delivery. Should that stop me?
No.
No, not at all. Shouldn't stop you neither. They don't like how you come. They don't like how you coming. They don't understand creation. Oh, then there's another word out there called discernment. Okay, well, let me take you back. You the young boy, the young female in the church building back in the day, and they keep coming to you and say, hey man, you want to accept Jesus Christ your Lord and Savior? Come here and do it now. You had no idea what they was talking about. You want to make your grandpa proud. You want to make your mom and dad proud, and you raise your hand as a kid, and you go up there. That's just like a candidate for baptism. You don't know what's going on, you know, but you want to know. That's why you win. Ain't that searching for wisdom? Okay, so you go. They know what it is, but they ain't gonna tell you. They just you know, the good driver, but they ain't explaining what you're really doing. So this is what he told me to do. He said, I'm gonna create Reginald, and I want Reginald to go to the places where they not gonna go. Because they know everything, and they got all the wisdom inside their little circle. But I'm going to send Reginald, who looks like them, who acts like them, who talks like them. Who am I talking about? See, that's what Jesus was. You could not identify Jesus. Jesus looked just like the rest of them. There wasn't no barbershops and beauty salons back then. They wasn't taking care of themselves like that. They didn't know who he was. You couldn't just go up to him and I'm there on Jesus. No. So, you accept him, right? Which means you accepted yourself. You finally came, like, you know how your hair stand up on your arm when the truth gets told to you?
Yeah.
That means truth vibrates.
All right, sir.
Truth vibrates. Truth vibrates at the same frequency as the earth. That's why you get chills on your arm. Because then your spiritual sense, when you remember, it's connecting back to its original.
All right.
You got to know how powerful you are this morning. Every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, you should condemn. Let me put that to my people down here. Let me put this to the people that they don't want no scholar talking to them because they don't know scholar talk. All they know is talk that they've been in. They did the best they could do with what they had. But the cold thing about it, the cold thing about it is what they had was more than what the PhD, the master, the doctors, what they had was more than what they had. Because they had to drive. Come on now, let's be honest. Some people get there and they don't have to drive no more. They feeling themselves. They done accomplished all that they accomplished. Which means the cap is right here, the ceiling right here. They won't go no further. But the ones who don't have all those credentials, guess what they striving to do? They striving for excellence. Because they want it bad. Then since they're in that position where they don't have all the resources, that makes them work harder. It makes them work harder. Which means that puts them above them because they pushing. This person here stopped at the ceiling. There's no more letters. There's no more, there's nothing else to, you know, that's the only thing that they, come on man, they get to a point to where that's the only thing that they strive for. And they're missing the big picture. They're missing the big picture. They're missing the people down here that got their hand up saying, say, bro, I want to be like you. And I want the knowledge. But I don't want to get the knowledge from you because I don't want to be like you because you don't understand people like me.
All right, sir.
You don't understand people like me because you judge me. But right here, it says every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, you should condemn. So why do you think these youngsters are not going to church? I didn't say it. Come on now. Don't get mad at the message. I didn't say every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, you should condemn. Look at the boss trying to hire somebody for the position. You're missing out on a good opportunity because you didn't like the way his skin color looked. You didn't like what he put on top of his skin. Didn't have nothing to do with the wisdom that he had. Had nothing to do with the work ethic that he had. Had a better work ethic than the dude that dressed the way that you wanted him to dress because he dressed just like you. But his work ethic was way stronger than his, and he dressed the way you didn't like him, and you missed out on the blessing. But the blessing he didn't miss out on because all he did was work harder. That sounds like a person I want to be around any day. I don't want to be around that other person because they're only working for a biscuit. They're only working for a Scooby snack. They're only working for a treat. They're only working for a reward. I want somebody to work for their own self. I want somebody to work because they love themselves. I want somebody to work because they got some understanding. Yeah, pressure make you understand something. Are you going to fold? Pressure make you understand something. When you're back against the wall. See, a lot of us are built to where we do our best work when our back against the wall. Them the type of people I want to be around. Why? Because they know they got to get it done by any means necessary. You want to be with somebody that know how to get it done and don't get nothing done? Then it says, and I will deliver thee not only from the fury of the war, but also from the strife of the tongue. This is God talking. This ain't Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. It ain't nothing. Hey, look. This is creation. This is you. Definition of fury. Violence or energy. I like this. Energy displayed in a natural phenomenon or someone's action. Fury. So he said, I deliver you from the violence and the energy of them people over there in their natural habitat, behind their desk, behind their pulpit, behind somewhere where they got some power, some authority, probation, anybody that's over you, that's standing over you, telling you you ain't gonna never be nothing. He said, I will also, from the strife of the tongue, strife is anger or bitter, disagreement for the ones that disagree because of your energy and over fundamental issues and conflict. He said, look, I will deliver you from all that. How he going to deliver you from that? How he going to deliver you from that? Well, I tell you what, when you find out who you are, you understand what I'm saying? Once you find out who you are, that means that you seek first the kingdom. That means that you know that you looked into yourself and knew who you were and got the power from yourself, because in the beginning they say he gave us a gift. Yeah. Not just one, though. He gave us plenty of gifts. We didn't have to wait till December 25th to get a gift. You didn't have to wait for Valentine's Day to get love. Yeah. You ain't had to wait for no Easter to get an egg. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't have to do all that, man. You already had that, huh? You need a day to remind you that fury and strife, anger and bitter disagreement. How many people disagree with you this week? Huh? Nobody disagreed with you this week. Nobody. You mean to tell me somebody did not like what you said? That's what you're telling me. You know your motive. You know how you do things. You know how you operate, right? Right? And you ain't on no self. You ain't on no pride. You ain't on none of that. Because you know what that can do. You know that's gonna bring humility. You understand what I'm saying? And you don't want to bring humility upon yourself unless you need to be taught a lesson. And then that's good, because you need to be taught a lesson because you was too much in the stratosphere. You was too much trying to be, But again, when you realize who you are, you don't have to do none of that, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. Yeah. When you know who you are, you don't have to do none of that. You don't have to sit behind the desk and act like this name that's on the side of that wall. Anger or bitter disagreement over fundamental, basic issues and conflicts. I like this one. Violence or energy displayed right now, right here, where you at? Or someone's actions. How somebody treated you this week. Look back this week and look how somebody treated you, and you wasn't ready for it. You was not ready for that. This was your partner. This is somebody this somebody that you cut it for, Yeah, this is somebody you laughed with a couple times. They done dapped you up. You know what I'm saying? And a little conflict came. Something you done said rubbed them the wrong way. The only reason why I rubbed them the wrong way because it was the truth. Truth hurts. Yeah. Truth hurts, Jack. I'm going to tell you. Now look, Isaiah 49:1.
Listen to me, all you in distant lands. Pay attention, you who are far away. The Lord called me before my birth. From within the womb, he called me by my name.
Listen to me. This one I got. Listen to me, oh islanders. He's talking to the Galvestonians. Talking to the Galvestonians. To the people that's in Galveston right now, even if they're from Huntsville. You in Galveston, he's talking to the islanders right now. He say, pay attention. Wait a minute. Creation say pay attention. That means stop what you're doing. And don't do the Humpty dance. Pay attention. Oh, distant people. That means everybody else that ain't from Galveston, from the island, that's from Huntsville, and everywhere else, San Antonio, Cleveland, Ohio, Akron, Ohio, Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Miami, Florida, Orlando, Florida. I mean, Canada, Montreal, anywhere, Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron at. Wherever you shall be, God said, pay attention. The Lord called me from the womb. How many of y'all know that he called you when you was born? Huh?
Yeah.
Let me see your face. Huh? Let me see. Look. Do me a favor. You know we on Facebook and everything. Hit a like button right now if you know the Lord called you from the womb. Huh? Let me get a heart. Let me see them hearts flying up in the thing. I want to know the people that look like me.
All right.
From the body of my mother, he named me. When I was in my mama, he named me. Me. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Let me put power in you. Stop running. Don't run from me. Let me put power in you. That's what I was born to do. Let me empower you. Let me put power in you. Let me empower you. Let me give you facts. Let me give you stuff that was already there. And let God that told me who I was from the womb say, look, when I create you, I want you to go talk to them. I said, who is them? Them over there. I said, you want me to talk to them over there? They ain't gonna like me. I got gold and diamonds in my mouth. They ain't gonna like me because I'm big. They ain't gonna like me because I got dreads. Hold up. They ain't gonna like me because I'm preaching, but I ain't got no suit on and I ain't behind no pulpit. I'm behind the phone with a Nike shirt on. Ha!
All right, sir.
Yeah. That don't bother me. I just want you to know that. You ain't got to understand and you ain't got to like God. Because you ain't mad at me. You ain't angry or bitter or disagree over the fundamentals that I got in front of me. Because I study and I research and issue some conflict. Because you're doing that to the Creator. You ain't doing it to me. Yeah. That's why I ain't worrying about it. So they can put whatever they want to put. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah. I know who I am. He said, look, I made you in my image. Well, I know that it's the son, that they spit on him. I know as a son, they beat him and took all his flesh off. He was walking around in bones. Matter of fact, they even put holes in his hand, holes in his feet. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And he ain't say nothing. Not a word. Didn't say, hey, bro, get your hands off me. Hey, bro, stop talking about me like that. Hey, bro, you don't know me. He ain't do none of that. I did. But now I know better. Yeah. I take that. Because I know who they're going against. Yeah. Because I know I'm made in his image. So I got to go through the same thing. Okay. You got to. Yeah, when your brother died, you go over there and you make sure you bring him back. Let's get out the physical though, man. I ain't say that in a minute. Now let's get out the physical and get the spiritual. When your brother died, you gonna bring him back to life. What I said earlier in the lesson. See, let me see if you was paying attention. What I said earlier in the lesson. If your brother died, bring him back to life. Right? Okay. So we in the spiritual, not the physical. So I said, okay, well, if you can go over there and you know who you are, because you know that Jesus raised his best friend from the dead, right? I say you have to bury your shadow, right? Okay, let's talk a little church. Okay, let's talk a little church. That old man that you used to be, that old woman that you used to be, you got to kill that person, right? Okay, so let's bring that Let's bring them back to life. You, come on, y'all. Come on. I don't hear you shouting enough. I don't hear it. Because I'm just trying to give you the formula. I'm just trying to give you the equation. Because if you got the power to bring the dead back, then go do it.
Okay.
What you waiting on?
Yeah.
For me to tell you? How you bring them back to the dead? You mean you gonna go over there and blow breath into them and do CPR? No. If they don't understand, go give them understanding. If they ain't seeking the kingdom, let them see you. Let them see you. That's the weapon they're trying to form against me. But it won't prosper. It will not. We knew that was going to happen. And that's why we let it happen. Because I just said earlier in the lesson, if you know it's going to happen, you already prepared for it. The spirit is in tune. When you're in tune, the spirit is with you, bro. The spirit is with you, sis. It's with you when you're in tune. You will get power to where you know, don't go down that street. I'm telling you, don't go down that street. I'm with you. I'm telling you. I know everybody that's watching me right now know that they had that gut feeling. They don't know what that gut feeling is. Let me tell you what that gut feeling is. That's your inner God. Being God in you, telling you the right thing to do. 30 minutes prior to that, you just got through meditating. Lord, protect me from all danger. Lord said, don't go down that street. And you didn't go down that street. Then you get home and you look on the national television, Facebook, the local news, Facebook, and you find out on that same street, it was a bad wreck and a murder. And a house fire at the same time. Channel 2 News, as soon as you cut it on. Nothing happened. Nothing good come from that. You know? But that spirit that was in you is the spirit that dear brother need to see. And that's what's going to make him come alive. Because they looking at it. They used to talk about you like a dog, and you used to beat everybody up, you used to fight them. And I've been watching you for a long time. I've been suffering over here, but there was something about you that made me pay attention to the way that you do things now. Because the way you do things now, I done seen you in your old ways, Saul. I done seen you, Saul. You was killing them. Today you walked up and somebody did the same thing they did 10 years ago, and you gave them a hug. Blew my mind. I need to know what what's going on. I want to see first came. All of a sudden now they repeating scriptures to you. You ever had a person start repeating scriptures to you when you ain't doing so good, when you ain't feeling so hot, when you ain't feeling all almighty? All right. And the lesson start telling you scriptures? Come on now. Look, Romans 8:33. Romans 8:33. Let me say this with some doggone power. Thank you. Let me say this with some power. Say this with some power. Okay. I ain't even put oil sheen on this morning. I know I'm working. Normally I put oil sheen right there, and that's what the juices and the berries come down, and it's my moisturizer pockets. My friend know what I'm talking about. I got them automatically. I ain't never asked you. Never. Moisturizer pockets. Get back on subject. Romans 8:33. Y'all know I gotta keep you relaxed, because when you get an understanding, you can't be uptight, and I can't just, they say, Reginald, why are you yelling at me? I'm excited about what I do. Because I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So that's what power look like, and that's what power feel like. Because when you want some power, that's what you want to happen. You want to jump up for joy. Huh? You want to cry. Yeah, but this is what I feel like. I got all this energy. You want me to talk like the dry eyes commercial? Yes, read Romans 8:33. Come on, I'll wait for you to get there. All the members of the church say amen, amen, amen. Now, I'm going to give it to you like this. Romans 8:33. Who dares accuse us, whom God has chosen for his own? You chose me? Y'all know I'm anime. You chose me? You told me? Man, he ain't talking to me, man. I got a pocket full of stones right now. He ain't talking to me.
Come on. Come on.
Huh? I'm going to this girl house right now, about to knock it down. He ain't talking to me. Come on, man. I'm coming in your driveway. I'm coming in your alley, man. Right up. I don't like that man over there anyway, man. I'm just going to knock him out. He got one more. If he breathe wrong, I'm giving him the business. Come on now. I know y'all saved. I get it, man. I know y'all saved, man. I know I got on a Nike shirt. I get it. I know I ain't got no tie on. I know I ain't got no robe. I wouldn't wear a robe anyway. I don't even know what that means. Really don't. The robe ain't gonna make you understand nothing. The robe ain't gonna tell you how to say that brother over there that's with you right now. That sister that's with you right now. That sister that's about to text you in about 10, 15 minutes right now. That brother that's about to text you in 10, 15 minutes and you don't know why they texting you or you haven't heard from this person because you need to bring that person back to life. I'm telling you what's supposed to happen today. There's a lot of dead people walking around here. Yeah, and it's too much light shining, but it's shining in the wrong place. Do you want to put a lamp next to a ceiling fan light? What was the purpose of the light? Don't you put a light in a dark place so you can cut on the light?
That's it.
You're going to put a light around light for. The sun don't go around the sun. Come on, man.
Come on, sir.
Come on now. This is basic science, man. Fundamentals. The scripture said fundamental. The definition of fundamental. I'm giving you fundamentals. Who dares accuse us whom God has chosen for his own? No one. How about that one? No one. Nobody. Not one. For God himself, has given us right standing with himself. God himself, animation time. God himself. God himself.
Come on.
God himself. I want everybody to stand up. I don't care what you're doing right now. I don't care. I don't care if the kids ain't got no milk in their cereal. Stand up. God has chosen for his own. No one. For God himself has given us right standing with himself. And now I got to say it again. I know the future said 3 times. It is for the last time. For God himself has given us right standing with himself. God gave himself right standing with himself. Who is he talking about? You. That's who he's talking about. You. And me. Because I know. I get it. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. None of them. And as they cannot do anything against thee without my leave, so I assure thee I will not suffer them to do it. And if any smith shall make any weapons to be employed against thee, he shall not succeed in it. So you mean to tell me the maker of the weapon, who made the weapon designed to take me out, is defeated too? All right. I ain't scared of no weapon then. Somebody had to make the weapon. And if the person that made the weapon is defeated, man, what are you scared for?
Okay.
John 8:32.
And you will know the truth. And the truth will set you free.
What did it do? A lot of y'all locked up, and I ain't talking about 5700 Avenue H. A lot of y'all locked up, and I ain't talking about Staten Island. A lot of y'all locked up, and I ain't talking about Alcatraz. I ain't talking about the little local county jail that you've been in there. They give you that bologna sandwich, and if you don't want to eat it, you can use it as a pillow. I ain't talking about that. Y'all act like I ain't been there before. I had that jumpsuit on, that onesie. No weapon that is formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that shall rise against me in judgment, I shall condemn it. And I will deliver thee not only from the fury of war, but also from the strife of the tongues, from all threatenings and boasts and reproaches of my enemies, and from all the claims and pretenses which they have of any right and power over me. Since then, the enemy shall neither prevail against me by violence or pretenses of justice. Boy, that sounds like some full coverage insurance to me. If I don't know what full coverage insurance is, I know I want to sign up for that. How do you sign up for that? Matthew 6:33. Repeat that to him, please. Full coverage insurance. I'm sorry. Full coverage insurance. You want to know how to get it? You ain't got to spend no high $600 a month for it. I'm going to tell you how you can get it right now. And I mean, get it right now. Because say this and mean it. Go ahead.
Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need.
So easy a caveman can do it. Geico. State Farms. Huh? Jake and them pants. Hideous.
Hideous.
What's the dude's name? Y'all know what I'm talking about with the smooth voice. Allstate.
Yeah.
You're in good hands. You're in good hands.
That's it.
You're in good hands when you see First Kingdom.
All right then.
Huh? Full coverage there. I ain't about to play with y'all. Huh? One time for the spirit. Huh? One time that you know you got power. Huh? Come on, man. If you ain't feeling this in your bone, man, then I ain't doing my job. This is a job. And you ain't got to pay me because I know whatever seed I put out, I know I got to receive that harvest. I know every seed I put out, I got to receive that harvest, huh? Can y'all let me do what I want to do? Let me do what I want to do. Let me come up here with my Nike shirt on and my Nikes with my shorts on. Yeah. What they say back then, this is God's territory, huh? It is, because I belong there. Yeah. I'm gonna let nobody tell me where I can and can't go. Huh? Look, when you find out 1 Peter 2:16 through 17, a lesson from the previous week, y'all supposed to see what I'm supposed to do. Now I'm gonna land this plane and I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna get back in the plane. And we're gonna drive it. It ain't even gonna go in the sky. I'm just drive the plane around the premises. Because I know I got power and I can do what I want to do when I know I got power. And if you ain't feeling this right now, then hey, by the time I finish, you better. And you better jump up and you better shout. And you better go out and you better be the light. And you better go out in that city wherever you at and you better shine. You understand what I'm saying? Because yesterday, let me tell you what I did yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, huh? They had something going on across the street. My cousin called me. He working. Come here. You know, my cousin. I love my cousin. Crying. Cousin came over there, gave me all kinds of stuff, say, hey man, love you, you know, what's bam, you know, talk to me, right? As I'm walking out the gate, the lady said, hey, are you here to volunteer? I said, give me a minute, I'll come back. Now, you know, anytime somebody say that, they ain't coming back. I came back, y'all. I came back and I gave them an hour and 45 minutes of my commitment. And when I say my face was drenched, when I say it rained 3 times, and when I say I did it with a smile, see the seeds that I put out there, you know I'm gonna get that back, right? Yeah. I was entitled to everything that they had out there, limitless, because everybody was limited. I was limitless. Come on now.
All right, sir.
Now the smiles, excuse me, the smiles that you receive. See, the smiles is better than any president that is beneath the ground right now. The smiles mean something. Yeah. You just deposited something in the bank. And I ain't talking about one of those Bank of Americas or those Chase or any one of those Wells Fargo. I'm talking about the bank. I'm talking about when it's all said and done, that book that they talking about that says life. Huh? You made a deposit in there. Boy, y'all gonna make me get up out of here scream, huh? I'm talking about you made a deposit in there, that book of life. Yeah, boy, when you go see that name in that book of life, your name in there because you know you went there and you did what you said you was gonna do instead of saying that you was gonna do something and ain't do it because somebody looking at you and somebody saying that, hey man, that ain't the life and I need some understanding. That's why I can't go in there because you in there. I ain't going because you in there. I want to go with God in. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, them people got more understanding than we do. But we judge them. Because we holier than thou. And got on a robe. And got on a degree. Now, people, stop that. Stop that now, man. Be transparent like my daddy was. Be transparent, man. Learn to be a chameleon and fit in. Learn to adopt and then adapt. Learn to get out the familiar and in the unfamiliar. You know, some of y'all ain't going to talk to them over there. They stink. They don't dress well. I'm going right over there. So I remember the time I ain't had deodorant. When you find out, get some understanding now. Y'all familiar with this? I've talked about this, man. 9 weeks, man. When you find out, get you some understanding now, then step in the name of love.
Yeah.
You got to do all that, man. I'm into formulas. I've been into formulas. Ever since I started out, I've been into formulas because I know what a formula can do. And what I know a formula can do, I have wrote some. And my favorite teacher inspired me to write this. And my teacher is looking at me right now because she don't know that she is a teacher, but she know that she teach. And I know that she's very well off, better than what she thinks she is, because I know how much power she got, because if I can understand it, then I know they can understand it. And I know when they get that power that I'm trying to empower into you, and they receive it and start rejecting it and fighting it and let it take over so you can... See that? That's what happened when it hits you. Right. It happened when it hits you. When you let it come into you. Look, we should focus on the solution and not the problem. You understand what I'm saying? Focus on the solution and not the problem. I'm tired of everybody talking about the problem.
Yeah.
77 people on the call talking about the problem. Not one solution. 55 woke Africans in one building talking about woke stuff, and they ain't giving me one solution on how I can wake up. I'm still asleep.
Watch it, Reverend.
I'm trying to wake up, brother. You covering my eyes. I don't want to help. How can I get out of this? Math started everything.
Yeah.
Find out why they said, do your research. Find out why they said Jesus died at 33. And find out your equilibrium right there down the middle where your spine is. It's a 3 right there. That represents 3. Math started everything. All right? I'm trying to help y'all, man. I do research, man. I ain't up here just because I want to say some fancy words and make y'all laugh, man. I research. I does this, brother and sister. I does this with my Nike shirt on, brother. I does this with my dreads in my hair. I does this. I go read. This paper's right here in proof that I go down and I go find and seek it, that wisdom, because I want it. Why do I want it? Because I want to wake my dead brothers and sisters up. That's what I want to do. I don't know what you want to do.
Come on, sir.
I'll tear your skin off. Peroxide ain't going to help you. Math started everything, so find the formula to show your work to solve the problem. You know, I was in school, we was in school, and you know, I ain't like algebra. I told you, I don't like algebra. My money don't come to me in alphabets. They come to me in numbers. Don't you tell me A minus H equals anything. Because I'm sitting up there thinking, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, take away H is F. No, man. No, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But the reason that it was there, the purpose for it, is to show your work. When you show your work, it solves the problem. Can you figure out something without showing your work? Can you figure anything out without showing your work? Can you make a cake and don't follow the instructions? Hey, man, I'm just here to make you think, man. You cannot. Math started everything, so find a formula to show your work to solve the problem. Somebody needs to see your work. Step in the name of love, brothers and sisters. They want to see your work. Ain't no love out here, man. I hear people talking about, I'm one deep, no love. Am I lying?
You ain't lying.
All right. Youngsters, I don't love nothing. They don't love nothing. They don't even love their mama because they cuss them out. Because ain't nobody showing their work. Nobody's showing their work. You show your work, you solve the problem.
Yeah.
Quit showing and letting everybody know how intelligent and articulate you are. What is that going to do? Huh? Show them that you care. Step in the name of love when you find out. And get understanding right now. Get it right now. Get to understand 1 Peter 3 and 4. And I'm done.
You should clothe yourselves instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God.
Say it one more time. I'm just saying, this is what that verse looks like.
You should clothe yourselves instead with the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God.
When you understand who you are, and you stop being at the bottom, and put yourself at the top where you belong, because you do not belong from the bottom. And guess what? All that stuff about these people talking about they started from the bottom, it's a lie. That's a lie. You see how easy that is? They threw into our... Let me wake you up, brothers and sisters. You see my voice got soft. Here come the peroxide. Hey, stop saying you came from the bottom. You never was on the bottom. Why would you want to come from the bottom? Why you can't just start from the top and remain there? You are made in the image.
Talk, sir.
So be in the image. Stop being at the bottom. Why you want to be at the bottom and somebody look down on you? You want to be at the bottom so somebody can look down on you? That's why you like being at the bottom, so somebody can look down on you and give you approval? Tell you how to do it? But you can get some understanding right now. And you can start walking up that escalator and start going up to the top and get yourself up out of that valley. Get out of that valley. I know some of us like staying there. They feed you 3 times a day. There's some people that look like you down there. They understand where you come from. Some of them doing the same thing you're doing, just a little different way. Man, get out of there, man. That's comfortable. Yeah. That's familiar. Yeah. Get to the unfamiliar. What's the unfamiliar? Knowing you, God. Shoot me later. What's unfamiliar? Knowing you, God. What's unfamiliar? Saying that you, God. Saying that I accepted Christ and Christ lives right here. So if he lives right here, guess what? I'm Christ. Yeah. You ain't got to be the Christ. But some of us want to be the Christ and look up there at him and like, I sure want to be like you and ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing when you do that to yourself. You ain't empowering yourself. You just looking. You want a job? Fill out the application and take it back to him. And then keep calling him back. If you don't want a job, don't fill out the application and don't go out there and tell him you want a job. It's that simple. Can you try to pick up this bottle? Church for the unchurched. I see you again. Week number 10. Belts. And I'm holding the buckle.